3 officers came to 2nd Street Park. They could do nothing. They said this to me. I'm from New York State. We have health laws there. They are a danger to themselves. They are committing a suicidal attempt. They're putting poison in their arms. How can you not be allowed by law to say they are endangering themselves right then? How is that not endangering themselves?
I think Dr. Green addressed that. It is a limit of the mental health laws that drug abuse alone, addiction alone, does not allow for involuntary committal. And that's what it takes to put someone into custody.
So my 29-year-old son will be dead before someone can do something, because every 2 days he comes home, he says, Mom, I want to get off it. But now I'm feeling all crazy. 2 days later, he went to PCHC yesterday. I walked in there, Darren, come on. Mom, I want to get off it. Oh, now I'm feeling crazy again, Mom. His chemical balance is all screwed up. How can this not be? He has to wait 2 weeks before PCHC can give him his visit. He's going to end up the next time that's got like this lady son over here, a nephew. His name's Darren Reese. You guys are all starting to get to know me, and now he's somewhere in Dayton, Camden, and he won't come back home. The opportunity was the other week when 3 officers surrounded him. He had lost his eyes a bit. He looked like he was showing emotions. And now he won't come home again. The opportunity is gone.
The law, please remember that, first of all, we're police officers and we have to act under the guise of law. And the law allows us to take people into custody for certain reasons. We don't want to, nor do you want us taking people into custody for reasons that are unjustified. The law allows us to do certain things, it prohibits us from doing other things. In these cases, these are not people that we have the right to take into custody, and therefore we can't. Do I think the laws need to be changed? Yes, I do. Do I think that we need the folks out there, you folks out there, if you see problems with the current laws, that you need to fight to have them changed? Absolutely, and I encourage you to do that. Currently, the laws are not there to assist us in the way that I think is appropriate. However, they are the laws that we have to work with right now.
I think we hear your frustration. I think that's something that we see on a daily basis. You know, the officers encounter them. We see them, at Acadia. We see them in the emergency room. We wish we can do more. Sometimes because of the fact that we know these folks need help. I worked in New York State before. In New York State, you're right. I mean, do they have different laws that can commit, to bring someone against their will? Yes and no, but they're still very tied to a certain degree, which is mental health. But again, even let's just speak of mental health wise, I had gradation. Like, for example, what we had in New York was 937, which was a commitment order executed by a physician. But I often have a secondary law that I can back up into it. Let's say, because my law is very stringent, like someone has to be psychiatrically whatever. But I can fall back on, there's a law called 958, which is basically for social worker to commit. So I would say, hey, I can't commit under my law, but Marty, you're the social worker. Is there anything that fits you? I don't have that ability in Maine. So I think, again,
they can't
we
just say
want to do more. I think drug code being one way that can help, I don't know.
It's not that cut and dry.
One other thing I just want to also
it's a feel-good statement.
Well, sometimes the legal piece is tied into what they can do. If your son or loved one have also a simultaneous psychiatric conditions, you can also call crisis. Crisis can make a home visit who can also evaluate to see if